Hey, it's Jay from Soap Making Fun. Just imagine making your very own customized soap right in your own home. I can tell you from experience that is amazing and incredibly fun to do. When you master soap making, you'll have the ability to create any soap that you can imagine. You'll be able to create incredible looking and great smelling soap that all of your family and friends will beg you for. You'll be able to make soap that fits your personality, or even soap gifts that match the personality and the needs of the person you're giving it to. You can even manipulate the soap's characteristics to make it more sudsy or give it properties that work as a remedy for an ailment. I couldn't tell you how many people get into soap making in order to fight eczema or to get away from chemicals in the name brand soaps. What's more, you can even start your own business selling your creations. However, there is a problem, and it is probably the reason you found this video. The problem is that learning to make soap can be a very daunting task. There is so much information out there that it is easy to get overloaded. Sometimes it's even hard to know where to start. You're scared to make a mistake and ruin all the great ingredients you just bought. Maybe you wanted to take a class or attend a soap making seminar only to find out that they can be very expensive and sometimes require you to travel to get to them. Maybe you tried soap making before, but it turned out like this instead of like this. Well, I can tell you that you're not alone. Most people start to learn to make soap by using the trial and error method. I know because I've been there, and since I've been there, I can tell you what made the biggest difference for me. But before I get to that, I just want to let you know that having trouble getting started in soap making isn't your fault. Yes, plenty of people have learned to make soap from reading a book, but it really isn't the best way. And usually you just end up wasting a lot of money on ingredients, muddling through for weeks or even months until you finally get a winning batch. Books aren't the best because soap making is a dynamic process, and it really pays to see everything in action. That's the thing that made the difference for me. It was only after I finally saw someone make soap right in front of me that I was able to understand how to do it for myself. That's why I think that to learn to make soap the easiest and fastest way possible, you need to see it in action. Now, if you can take a class, great. However, I understand if you can't. We already talked about how expensive they can be and how you may not even have a class in your area. That's why video is the next best thing. You get to see the process in action, but without forking over hundreds of dollars for classes and travel expenses. But there is a dark side to video. I've seen a lot of them, and the reality is that most of them are just as hard to follow as a lot of books. Either the person making the video is just an amateur with the camcorder who doesn't really explain things well, or their video equipment is so bad that you can barely tell what they're saying. Or the person is a super soap making expert who has completely forgotten what it's like to be a beginner. In both cases, you end up missing steps and have very important points glossed over, points that are vital for a beginner to get right. It's not that the amateur or the expert are bad people or that they're trying to sabotage your soap making. It's just that they haven't been able to teach beginners everything that someone starting out in soap making needs to know. Now, even though I painted this bleak picture for the prospects of learning to make soap, there is hope. Even though you may be a complete beginner, there is a way that you can discover how to make spa quality soap at home and do it easily. And it's not going to take you weeks of trial and error. In fact, it will only take you 53 minutes. And when you're done, you're going to be able to make soap without fear of making a mistake. You'll be able to make the kind of soap that is only found in boutiques each and every time, just like a pro. That's right, in just 53 minutes, and with the secret I'm about to show you, you'll become a soap making master. All of your family and friends are going to gush over your soaps and beg you to make more. Your only limitation will be your imagination as you develop customization after customization to make your soaps completely unique. You, your family, and your friends will never have to subject themselves to the chemical-filled name brand soaps that you see at the grocery store. You'll never have to worry about making rookie mistakes because you'll know how to make soap the way the pros do. You may even decide to start your own soap making business. The secret to all of this is the Soap Making Fun Visual Guide to the Cold Process. This is the soap making video course that I developed myself just for you. Like I said, I've been there. I know that seeing soap making in action is the easiest and fastest way to learn. So I created my own soap making video course to help you to become a soap making master with ease. In it, you'll be taken step by step through the entire soap making process. You'll see everything from setup to cleanup. Nothing is left out. In the video, you will learn the 5 mistakes almost all soap making newbies make that guarantees that your batch will fail every single time, and how to avoid them. The foolproof way to quickly recognize trace like a pro. No more guessing and praying. The only way to introduce oils to your mixture so that your soap comes out perfect every single time. The absolute best must-have equipment for soap making. You may be surprised to find out that you already have most of this stuff. The safest way to handle lye and eliminate any chance of chemical burns. The simple steps to making cleanup a snap. The easy shortcut that reduces the processing time without sacrificing quality. Where professional soap makers get the best prices on all of their supplies. Learn all about fragile oils, how to handle them, and store them to save you frustration and money. Find out what causes soap rancidity, how to recognize it, and how to avoid it. Get the scoop on the best online sources for the highest quality oils. Find out the fastest and simple way to get your soap to pop right out of the mold. No more time-consuming and frustrating struggles. The common kitchen staple that instantly neutralizes lye. Get the tricks to bring out desired characteristics in your soap. And find out the optimal requirements for a perfect saponification. It's just not as complicated as you might think. Find out how and when to add botanicals to your soap, just like those found in designer boutiques and specialty stores. Get the one element that can cause your mixture to unexpectedly seize. It's critical, yet overlooked by even seasoned soap makers. Get the techniques and methods used by the professionals that take you from uncertain amateur to confident soap maker. I was aware of all the pitfalls of many how-to videos on the internet. That's why I teamed up with master soap maker Alec Whitehouse. Alec is awesome. Not only has he been making soap for over 10 years, but he's also run his own soap making business. In those 10 years of soap making, he's only had one failed batch. That's right, only one failed batch in over a decade of soap making. That's the kind of person you want to learn how to make soap from, not some random person on YouTube. But I took things a step further for you. This course was geared completely for beginners, so I did something that is going to give you an even bigger boost. I surveyed over 620 beginners and newbies and got their hottest questions on soap making. These are the kind of questions that most experienced soap makers forget that beginners need to know. With those questions in hand, I grilled Alex so that you can have the answers that all beginners need to have. But that's not all. Knowing how difficult it can be to learn soap making from poor quality video and sound, I hired a professional camera crew. With studio quality equipment, you're going to be able to see and hear every detail without the slightest problem. And since this is video, you'll be able to watch any time you want to make a new batch, or whenever you need a little refresher. Pause it, rewind it, watch it again. It's all up to you. You get to jump into soap making at your own pace, and in the comfort of your own home. To go along with the How to Make Soap video, I also created the Cold Process Starter Manual. In the Cold Process Starter Manual, you'll get the basic instructions that will work with any cold process soap recipe. You'll also get the complete recipe that we used in the video to make the soap. You'll get a simple method for cutting cleanup time by at least 75%. And you'll also get detailed specifics on what to look for when shopping for any soap making equipment. Not only that, but you will get tips the pros use to craft soap faster, easier, and more efficiently. You will also get more recommendations on where to get good deals online, and you will also get a 9-page glossary of soap making terms. You'll never have to worry about what a soap maker is talking about again. Even though I know that the video and the manual will give you everything you need in order to start making awesome soap on your own, I wanted to add something extra. So, to go along with the video and the manual, I've created 3 extra bonuses just for you. Bonus number 1 is a full 15-minute interview I did with Alec, where he shares even more experience and soap making wisdom with you. In the interview, we cover the real difference between homemade and most commercial soaps, the common mistakes that all beginners make, where to find the soap making community, and how to get involved. You'll also get Alec's favorite resources for soap making information, and much more. Considering the extra information that Alec gives, this video is worth at least $47 by itself, especially when you find out what he has to say about organic oils for soap making. But of course, this is a bonus, so you get it for free with the soap making course. Bonus number 2 is a full guide on developing your very own scents for your soap. With this guide, you'll be able to easily make custom scent blends that make your soaps as unique as you are. No more guessing or wondering how much scent to add and which oils to combine to make the blend the best. Think about it. Not only will your soap be one of a kind, but so will its scent. If I were going to sell this guide by itself, I would probably price it at around $37. Finally, bonus number 3 is the ultimate soap making troubleshooting guide. Never needlessly waste a batch of soap again. On the off chance that something does go wrong, reference this handy guide and you'll know exactly what to do to avoid the problem, and to find out if your batch can be salvaged or not. And reference the handy saponification guide in the back to help develop your own recipes. No more wondering if you have the mixture right. All the information you need is right here so that you can get your batch right every time. This troubleshooting guide alone has the potential to save you a lot of money by salvaging batches that would otherwise be wasted. So this guide is easily worth $27, but you get it for free. So now I know what you're thinking. How much is this course going to cost? When I was creating the course, I did a lot of research on soap making classes. I was shocked to discover that most of the classes I found ranged between $99 and $250. Even though I know my soap making video course with all the bonuses is probably worth $210, I'm not trying to break your bank. That's why even though all the material is worth that much, and most of the soap making classes are in the $100 plus range, I decided to go much lower. Believe it or not, I even talked to an online marketing specialist, and she insisted on a price of at least $97. While I respect her opinion, and I know that this course is worth much more, I'm going to offer it to you for only $49.95. So for $49.95, you get the How to Make Soap video, you get the Cold Process Starter Manual, you get the Alec Whitehouse interview, you get the Custom Scents Guide, and you also get the Troubleshooting Guide. All you have to do is click the orange Add to Cart button below. Once you order your copy, you'll be given instant access to the download page to get your course. That's right, no waiting or paying for shipping. You can order your video and be watching it minutes from now. And since it will be saved to your computer, you will never have to get back online to watch it. It's yours to watch whenever you want. So you're probably saying to yourself now, what if this course doesn't work for me? Well, I can tell you that I know it will work for you. I promise it will work for you. In fact, I guarantee that it will work for you. So here's my simple, no small print guarantee. Try the soap making video course today and put it through the ringer. Use every strategy and technique as many times as you'd like for a full 60 days. Then you be the judge. If the program doesn't deliver everything I've promised, or if you're unhappy with it for any reason at all, just let me know and I'll give back every penny. I have no problem making this ironclad guarantee because I know this video works. What do you say? Is that fair enough? To make your first batch of soap while completely sidestepping all of the pitfalls that usually catch beginners, go ahead and click the Add to Cart button now. Alright, thanks for taking the time to hang out with me. I can't wait to see pictures of your first batch of soap. Once you start, you're never going to stop. Again, this is Jay from Soap Making Fun, and I'll talk to you later.